wanted the title. But why wouldn't you leave the room quietly?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I heard some gay shit that I didn't want to hear, I would just leave. I would not sit there and complain about this. So
Hold on a second. Take a breath, bro. Brent's no longer part of this house. You don't see Brent open the rooms anymore.
Well, that's my opinion.
This is what happens here. Well, one just entitled to his opinion, but let me say this. Houses have to evolve or they die. We have to move around the subject matter, else it dies and becomes echo chambers. But I can talk about Trump every day. I can talk race relations every day. I can talk about IDF every day. But we have to evolve or we die. Brent's not part of the house anymore. Brent opens his own rooms and spews whatever he wants to spew. But I want to go to Sweet. You know, Sweet, what's good, bro?
Oh, man. You tell me. I'm just hearing you say.
You tell me you come to my stages, and you give me fucking hand jobs. You're doing such a great job.
JB. Hand job conversation.
Yeah, I'm not great shit. You're a rep.
Hand job. What do you mean by a hand job?
Why did you not understand, you fucking fraud? I know you hate white people, and I know you hate Jewish people because I've heard you say it. And think you should have this cracker in the corner says what he has to say. That bothers you, right? Shut the fuck up, you're a fraud.
Hey, can we not say hand jobs? Hold on, Sweet. Hey, let me talk. Hold on 1 second. Hey, you're not going to allow us to speak. Okay. Listen, I want to give you a chance to speak. I was going to invite you back up, but you want to talk while I'm talking. That's not going to work. I just want to caution everybody from talking about men giving men hand jobs while Salmon's here, because Salmon might get excited, and we don't want that to happen.
No! So, well, let me say this. And I said this earlier before you came in. I can deal with the racists and the anti-Semites. I can deal with all those people. I can deal with the haters. What I don't like is people that talk out of both sides of their face. They come in one space and they sing Kumbaya. Then they go in another space and say, yo, JB, if you want a coward, you come to the stage. Really? Okay.
Can I talk again?
All you do is fucking talk. Go ahead.
Okay. So, let me just recap for those that weren't involved with any of this today. And just for the record. CEO was, when I came in the room this morning, there's nothing new, by the way, for JB to have a room talking about black issues. Let's establish that. That's my JB.
Does it bother you? Does it trigger you? Does it trigger you, sir? Does it trigger you?
Let me know when I can finish my statement.
You ain't never gonna finish in my space, you piece of shit. But go ahead. Does it trigger you?
Okay, so I come in, when I first person I heard talking was CEO.
Okay.
And CEO was talking about everything.
Uh-huh.
About a character and the kind of person Anthony is.
What kind of person are you? You have no integrity. You're a bitch. That's what's going on. You have no integrity. You have no integrity. You don't even know you don't know the definition of integrity. You don't come into one space and fucking talk shit and fucking you'll talk when I'm done, sir. I heard you talk. I heard you talk about that.
I don't know why you didn't go up on Patty's stage, bro.
Okay.
Yourself.
Okay.
I don't know why you didn't go up there and talking all that.
Why do I defend myself?
I don't know why you didn't go up there and defend yourself when they were talking shit about
defend myself.
I don't know why.
I don't have to defend myself. You know why? Because I don't answer to low lifes like you, motherfucker. I'm a real dude. I'm the real deal. Believe that. People want the truth until the truth shows up. So take your fucking anti-Semitism, your racism, and go somewhere else. Go gaslight another room. I showed you grace and respect on my stage. You, on the other hand, are a fucking snake. And I'm pulling you out on it. And you know what? Many people agree with me. So how about that? You bring up Anthony, you bring up CEO, let's focus on Sweet and the hypocrisy that comes out of his motherfucking mouth. How about that? See, you don't understand, bro. You haven't been around me long enough to know me, bro. I'm not the motherfucker. You mistake my niceness for stupidity. I'm far from stupid, and I'm far from weak. So take your shit and get shit out. But to call this room racist, call this house racist, me racist, you fucking idiot. Let me tell you something. You can sit here and cry all day about the black flag in America, but when an ally shows up, you stab him to the back. Right? You don't want an ally. What you want to do is you want to punch down on people. Because you have that agenda, let's punch down on somebody that tries to help us. Fuck you, dude. You're not welcome in my space. Those guys that kicked you out because Mojo wants you to stay. I don't know why.
Nah, Jay, get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you know what, ally, he just wants to tell a lie. You see how that goes?
100%. Here's the truth, Craig.
Or,
That's a fact. Here's the truth. Guys like him, and I know people may not agree with this, are more detrimental to your own community than I am. Hello?
That's a lie. I mean, that's the truth. Because I've
Guys
heard.
like him. Guys like him.
Listen, have y'all seen the Crispies? They just got out of prison.
hold on, your piece, just let him land. Just let him land, sis. Let him land. Let him get his shit off. He don't even be like this. Let him get his shit off, man.
No, I'm just saying, I just want to reiterate that I've heard JB talk about a time when he was in prison that he admitted that he saw where a black person was being mistreated. The Crispies, when that guy got out, he said the same fucking thing. When he was in prison for tax fraud, he's got out, and first thing he says, they're not treating black people the same way in prison.
Or she better say that he has a black granddaughter.
Oh, hold on.
I'm just saying, like, is it true or is he doing it for propaganda?
Hold on a second. I don't know what he's doing. I think it's definitely true, but let me finish on saying your piece. And I'm going to say it again. And this might trigger some of you people, and that's okay. But people like Sweet are more detrimental to their community than the cracker in the corner is. You know why? Because I'll hear you while he talks over you. How about that? It's either his way or no way. He wants to take somebody's black card because they don't bring reparations. Fuck you, dude. I'm never going to disparage somebody's lived experience. Anyway, I'm going to take a 2-minute break because I've been waiting for a minute here. I'm going to welcome Nine. Sister Nine, I love you, man. You're one of my favorite people on this app. Even though we don't always agree, let me tell you, you always balance me out. I appreciate you.
Listen, I appreciate you. I had noted in the comments, this is probably one of the best houses on the app. And just like the conversation, that's what I appreciate about this room. The diverse personalities, diverse conversations, the points of view. I'm glad that we get a nice, varied mix of voices that come on stage. But I think it was Dr. Adams that said something earlier that I, man, 100% agree with. And Adams, if it wasn't you, bro, I'm sorry if I'm putting words in your mouth. It's a paraphrase. I think it was you. You know, you were telling JB to kind of be careful how you navigate on this app. You never know when there's some agents.
That was me. Because that's exactly what happened.
Exactly, and I agree with that 100%. I find myself, this is one of the only houses where I really like being in here. Some topics, I'm like, okay, let me chill, let me be quiet, let me not say what I really want to say. Because I've already been threatened in front of my other rooms. A big personality on this app came into one of my rooms and threatened me and threatened in my career, in my life, and all because I said something about his friend, Barack, and it wasn't the celebrity, right? That's how tripped out crazy some of these people are on this app. So I agree, you have to be careful what you say because you never know who's listening. You never know. I think I heard Mojo say recently that somebody is in anonymous world mode in the audience recording. Recording is always in progress. On right. I think Margaret said that the other night in the milk. You should always assume that someone's recording you. Absolutely. Yeah, someone hit me up once on the back end and was like, listen, they know somebody on this app who goes into every room when they can. I don't know how true this is, but I was tipped off that someone on this app goes into every live room when they have free time and records every room.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys something. I have a question.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Literally for an hour on the other rooms. They literally were talking about that guy. They went to the person's page, and for some reason, I think there were like 10 phones on the table. He was streaming the phone call and streaming the people with all the names and the faces, and putting the voices on the live stream, and then putting it on a YouTube channel. And this room and all of your beautiful faces on YouTube. And they literally went through the conversation. Why is he doing it? What's his name? Who is it? How many people is the Clubhouse Anonymous? So we have these conversations in this Clubhouse. It's a very interesting thing. And hey, JB, man, just on the real, my man, look, I what I'm saying? The conversation that I heard over the past couple weeks, sorry, man, they're not happening in the context and the way that they happen here on the news and other places, man. I know who you are, I know what you're about, I appreciate your story of endurance and resilience. You're an authentic dude, you try to treat people right, you're human. But at the same time, man, these perilous waters, man, is why people don't get into these conversations. These are complex things you take on like a fucking champ, man. So there's some shit that comes with the territory. Okay, you can't throw the towel in because a couple of haters are on the sidelines, man. Because this is that terrible where you're doing what you gotta do. And if you ain't living at this level of the game, if you're not bringing in a straight amount of hate, you're doing it wrong. But you're going deep into the lion's den, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So stay the course, my man. You got a mission. I don't know what it is, man, but there's something positive, productive that you've done, and somebody that's going to listen to this somewhere has learned something that's altered their life, man. So just, stay the course, my man.
And I agree with you, CEO, because I've had people in my community say, I see you in these rooms, white people say, I say, you know what? These are the conversations that a lot of motherfuckers are scared to have. White folks, fragility, easy, old enough to have these type of conversations. A lot of white people, they are scared as fuck. At least he got his balls. And at least have a conversation. You're some scared motherfucker and want somebody to have fragility for you. Oh, I don't really understand racism. That's the black fatigue I get. Oh, I didn't really understand that was a racial undertone. Oh, I'm crying because of this. I'm so tired of that shit. I like white people that stand up, they acknowledge the wrong shit, and let's talk about it.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, JB.
Hey, Pockets, did you want to jump in?
Unless you wanted to say something real quick, I'll go after you.
No, fine, so I'll go after you.
Okay, because I just wanted to, hi Rocket, hi Adams, I just wanted to say, back in season 1, Adams, I don't know if you remember this, or I don't know if you remember this, season 1 was...
Really podcast?
Yeah. Oh, hi Craig, my God! I don't know if you guys remember, back in the day, season 1 was when, it was really hard for white people to even come into a room and speak on shit. I used to be threatened, people used to call my phone, they found their addresses, people are fucking crazy, but they would wake up at 6 a.m., man, talking about white people and white supremacy all fucking day. So it just amazes me that people are like, white people can't talk about this, they can't talk about this, but we're being spoken about till the day the sun comes up. So it's just, to me, I think it's important that we do live in a country where we are allowed to speak. If you got haters, you're doing something right. JB, I feel like if you don't have 10 haters by tomorrow, you're not progressing in life. So I feel like it's really important to talk your shit and don't be, just scared of what other people are. Just talk your shit. We are allowed to speak about what's going on. A lot of people don't even know history, so it's important that we speak about what we don't know, what we do know, and the misconceptions of history. So I feel like it's important for all of us to have these combos, because then you know what people think, how they think. I'd rather know if someone's racist than not know that they're racist, or know if someone's prejudiced.
That's exactly what I said earlier. I got smoke for racists, anti-Semites, haters, all that shit. But the real smoke is for the people that talk out of both sides of their face. The fucking hypocrites. Right? You got something to say to me, bring it to me, come to me. Let's have the conversation, let's talk like men. Let me just say this real quick, and then I want to welcome some new speakers into the room. Mojo and I disagree on probably 60 or 70% of the things. I'm pro reparations. Shocker, guys, you got a white guy that protects pro reparations. Holy shit, I said it out loud in the public. Mojo doesn't agree with it. But we're still good friends. I love this man. Every time I open a room out of respect to him, and him empowering me. We don't have to agree, but let's have some fucking respect. The people that talk out of both sides of their face, I'm not cool with that. I shout out politically correct every single day to try to empower them. They go in my space, I can treat them to a fucking filet mignon. I give him a bean and I treat him with respect. I go into their space, I'm called a sex trafficker, I'm called a liar, I'm called a racist, my house is racist. Let me tell you something, this is the truth, and I know this to be a fact. I do hold rooms that a lot of people are afraid to hold. Because I want to understand. I like to understand how people think. I try to understand this. I got you, Dad. I know you were mad at that old time. I got you. But when you start punching at your allies, yeah, there's a problem there. What's up, Dad? I see you unmuted.
Yes, I know you're not referring to me because we don't really know each other like that. I'm in that other room that you just referred to. So, I don't know the young lady, because I'm an older dude like you. I don't know the young lady that...
Well, hold on, sir. I'm vintage. I'm level. Okay.
I am a vintage older dude like you. So, the young lady that put that sex trafficking shit in the other room, I don't know who that person is. I don't know who to be a sex trafficker. I only know because of Roger. The Mojo, I don't know if that's a Roger on the PVR or a new account, but that's what Roger picture used to look like. I know this was Roger's room. I know we took over from Roger's room. I used to be in the cool ways to make comments in the chat, whatever. So, it's like this. Yes, I'm not in the other room politically correct. I don't know you from coming in there, JB, but you're cool. Me and Anthony's cool. Anthony left. Some of the other people in here, they know I'm a lot. That's why she kept me out in other rooms. Yes. So the situation is this. I don't have a problem with you, JB. I was defending you even just 5 minutes ago. Even 5 minutes ago, JB, I said, I don't know JB as being a sex trafficker or whatever else they were calling you. I said, to me, JB's cool. They even took me off of my mob badge and dropped me to the goo because I was telling a young lady to relax. And I was trying to talk to her from a different level of perspective, but they weren't hearing what I was trying to say because it's too much estrogen going in there at times. So, for me, because I'm realistic, so I asked the motherfucker, I said, so, alright, so if he's supposed to be on his level of a sex trafficker, right? So, the person who put it in the chat, the other mod, I asked the person, I said, did you open this room because of what was going on in the other room? Because the person that was not left, she opened the room after what was going on in here because we were all in the room earlier. So, because we were all in the room earlier, I asked that question. The person flipped on me, and I asked the person, I did say, yes, we were all in the other room, and then you opened this room, the person literally flipped on me, and I started to say, no, she didn't open the other room because of this room that was going on earlier, and then she started going on a whole bunch of other type of shit. And then they kicked me out of the room. They kicked me out of the room, and then they kicked me out of the room. Hold on. But JB, I was sitting here trying to ask a certain level of concrete questions as a man. Because, like I said, all that female shit that going on sometimes in the other room, it be some different level of type of shit. When as men, we trying to get the grounded, realistic what's going on. They opened the other room basically because of what was going on here, but they didn't put the topic. So, yes, I do not agree with some of the things that Anthony was saying earlier, and I said it. I don't have no beef with Anthony. Me and Anthony is very cool. But some of the things he was saying, and I'm not even a born American. I wasn't born here. I'm from a different country. But yes, I came here when I was an early teenager. I align with Black Americans. I grew up in New York City like all the time that you on this motherfucking stage. We all align with each other, even you too, JB. Because you're Jewish. I align with a lot of Jewish motherfuckers too. We all basically the same. We always going through the same shit. But at the end of the day, we all got oppressed and all that type of shit. Yes. So for me, when they talking sometimes, there's a lot of whole bunch of misconstrued, dumb, low-level bullshit that be going on sometimes between all of you, to be frank.
Get over all that fucking bullshit they raised me up here in America. They fuck your head up. They fuck a lot of you guys head up, yo. I'm from another country. Yo, you want me to be 1,000 of all of you? They fuck your head up. They really do. They really did. They fuck your head up.
That's your perspective. Let me ask you. I'll ask you 3 concrete questions that you want to know about me. What questions would you like to know? Because I'm going to be honest with you, sir. Here's my opinion. Whatever questions you have, and I'm saying this respectfully because you came respectfully to me, it's really none of your business. Anything outside this app is nobody's business. Just like whatever you do in your personal life is none of your business.
Backpedaling!
See, it's funny how this app, everybody has a crystal ball back into the past.
Let
Let me finish. Whatever you did in your personal life is none of my business. See, I volunteered my past to people. I didn't have to do that. I did it as a cautionary tale for people. But people like to weaponize that. So I say this and I'll say it again. Anybody wants to call me a sex trafficker? So with sex registry, a sex offender registry, I'm registered. To be a sex trafficker, that's a lifetime of registration. But they can't because I'm not a sex offender. They'd rather grab the lowest hanging fruit.
Why do they get to have selective morality? Why do you get to have selective morality? Dabs. I'm asking you a question, Gab. Why do you in that house get to have selective morality when it comes to putting up a measuring stick to somebody else's lives? Why does that house specifically have that character flaw amongst the people who run it?
Well, go talk to the main.
Right, but you have a whole married man modding on your stage who's cheated with 4 different men on this app. Why don't you guys open up a room and gossip about that? Why don't you check your own people?
Hold on a second. Hold on, Dad. You gotta let me run my space respectfully, man. I'll get back to you, I promise. But I'm gonna tell you what happens. Alright? I'm gonna put a headshot on it. You ready? I said some things that people don't agree with. I get it. It's a social audio app. We engage with each other. But then you get pieces of shit like Robbie Boy, down in the VIP section, who likes to talk about my past because he's so obsessed with it. So obsessed with my past. By the way, for you people who are new to that, that was season 3. We've moved on past my past. Right? And I'm going to say it again. People like Robbie Goulet and the Goulet Mafia, like he likes to term, this piece of shit, right? He labels his friends and family as mafia. You're more detrimental to your community than I ever could be, you fucking idiot.
And we don't give a fuck about your fucking criminal past history, because guess what? A lot of us I've been to jail.
JD, let me say something. Hold on, because he just mentioned my name.
I went to jail before, bitch. For
Let me
aggravated
say this real
assault.
quick. As I messaged you in the inbox earlier, JD, as I messaged you in the inbox, my name is Robert. First off, let me say this, Jason. My name is Robert.
Your name is Robert.
That's number 1.
Your name is Robert.
My name is Robert Gillette. My name is Robert Gillette. So then,
freedom of speech.
we gonna speak. We gonna speak. Well, you gonna let me speak? Are you gonna let me speak?
No.
Did you call my name, man? You called my name, man.
You're a bitch.
I know you're lying.
You can say I'll say it to your face.
As I told you in the inbox. If I told you in the inbox.
What you told me in the inbox was you threatened me. Your threats are nothing because you're a nobody. You're a subject that's been spoken on 2 years ago, you fuck.
I'm gonna read you. Again, I'm gonna read you what I said to you today.
Make sure you use your finger and sound out the words, Rob. We know you're
the
slow.
whole crowd. I'm gonna read the whole message that I sent to him today. This is what I told him. This is what I told him. Hold on 1 second. Just pulling up. Give me 1 second. Get back to my message.
Hey, Rico, I am a little happy.
But like I told you, I don't get nothing out of exposing you. I ain't going around this app talking about you. That's number 1.
See, here's number 2, you fucking idiot. You can't expose me. I expose myself. I went on that and gave the same fucking article that you have, you idiot. I passed it around myself. What are you exposing exactly? Is that the gotcha moment you want? Oh my God, JP was arrested. 16
15 years ago, asshole. I own 2 businesses now. I own my own home. You fucking wannabe rapper? Your music sucks, by the way.
Nah.
I listen to it. Yeah, Gray, he sucks. So he can say whatever the fuck he wants. But I'm telling you, guys like him are more detrimental to the black community than I ever could be.
Wait, Jay,
You get it?
Hold on, Abs. Can we play one of his songs?
Yo, JB is cooking right now, man. Yo, when JB starts cooking, man, please do not interrupt him, man. It doesn't matter. He don't need no ad-libs. He don't need nobody else around him. Just let him get his shit
Then
off,
mute up.
please.
Then mute up. Thank you. JB, let's play one of this guy's
Yo,
songs.
the fuck?
Somebody has to find it on Instagram and play it, because I'm not tech savvy, Bojo. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, because I mean, niggas only feel some type of way because they got a bean. I know that.
Wait, is that the song that he did, WAP with Megan Thee Stallion? Is that the same guy?
I don't know
Yeah.
who he is.
And here it was. I thought he was just famous for playing Bubba Gump on Forrest Gump.
Look, man, I didn't bring the smoke to him. He brought it to me. Start threatening me. I'm gonna expose you. You know what he said? He just said it. I didn't want to expose you, but you threatened me, you fucking idiot. You're so late to the fucking party, you dummy. I brought that shit out myself years ago. Years ago. You're late to the party, dummy. Go make another fucking rap song nobody's gonna listen to. How about that? Robbie Goulet and the Goulet Mafia. I'm just gonna say this, and this might be a little controversial, but here's the truth. When you label your family a mafia, you idiot, do you know how many bad connotations come with that? But you're so fucking tough. The Rob Goulet Mafia, Robbie boy. Shut the fuck up, you're a nobody. You'll always be a nobody. You're lucky I give you a voice on my stage. Now kick rocks and go suck some cock. How about that?
I just want to say, like, JB, when I just want to say, when JB came out with that and told us his the story, I remember I was fucking in that case, dude, like investigating. I was
Pocket, we read it together. Like we
We
literally
did.
read it together, Pockets.
I literally spent $50 to try and find JB on a sex offenders registry list because I was in that case, dude. I was so embarrassed.
What did you find? Did you find it?
Jay, we read the whole case, Jay. We read the
we
whole
couldn't
damn
find you
case.
anywhere, and I
Like,
literally
it was crazy. I can't even believe that you were arrested. To be honest with you, people
that put this on him. That's what I want to know. Who's
the idiot that lost an argument, you know how it goes, Craig. The same reason why I got clipped. The idiot that loses the argument, they'll go and do this weird back channel shit. They'll call for people to be mass reported and try to silence people, as opposed to just having a strong argument. So I mean, we've seen this fake outrage, Craig. You already count what? 369?
Exactly.
369 to be exact.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't dismiss. Hold on a second, KK. Don't dismiss the charges. How about the fact? And let me speak to the black community. I know KK, you have black children, so you speak for the black community. But let me answer Craig. Craig, let me ask you a question. Respectfully, do you believe that when a black man gets arrested, they overcharge him? Do you believe that?
In every single case, no. I think there's some situations where it happens. I don't think it's all the time though.
But I'm gonna say this, Craig. Check this out. Well, let me say this. It's not just black people that deal with it. They wanted me to rat, and I wouldn't rat, so they overcharged me. Now, if you don't believe that, people, that's your fucking problem, not mine.
Conspiracy. My baby daddy did 8 years in federal prison because he didn't tell on somebody.
Yes, you did. Yes,
Ken went to jail for not snitching. Little Ken went to jail for not snitching.
His father.
Your
did
piece,
8
your
years in
piece.
federal prison charged him with conspiracy because he didn't tell on his niggas, his homeboys. And he knew about the whole drug orient thing, whatever they had going on, but he didn't tell.
Let me go to you, Imperial. Imperial, how you doing tonight, man?
What's good? Yeah. You know, it's a different thing when you're dealing with the races, though, the court system, right?
Oh, listen, bro. You've been in my rooms. You know how I feel about it. Some people won't agree with the statement, but the crack in the corner is telling you systemic racism is real and is definitely real in the court systems.
Yeah, but it goes all over. You know, me, I'm the one with the white mother. You know, I go in these rooms, I get caught, you know, the cracker mother and this and this.
That's systemic racism.
Then again, no, but here it is, it's side by side, you know. But I don't take that, you know why? Because I have thick skin. Okay, I learned the word nigga from white men calling my mother nigga lover when I was a kid, you know. So I don't. That's why I don't play racism on any level. You know what I mean? And when people start talking, you know, my business partner there in 15 years, he's a Jew. Okay, so like I said, at the end of the day, racism is fair. You know, that's a big thing that I stand on, and it goes all over. Like I said, people, you know, life's too short for them. That's my big one.
Honestly, Imperial, that's probably one of the most base, real things that I've heard a person, you know, basically say. Like, people complain and say, oh, you say these things about black people. Listen to what they said about my mother. Am I going to have more loyalty to my own damn mother where I can't put it between her legs, or a fucking black community where I'm more inclined to be robbed by those people as opposed to my mother being like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Alright, let me jump in here. Thank you. Dad, hold on one second. Dad, hold on one second. So I want to welcome YB to the stage. YB, what's good? How you doing, man? You said some polarizing things the other day, but I let you speak. I didn't shut you down. Say, what are you talking about? You're wrong. You can't talk about your own people that way. It's crazy the gatekeeping that goes on this.
Wait, hold on, Jay, after you're done with that, I want to call out that bubblegum person calling us white trash while he has sex tapes out, okay, of him doing porn and fucking bald-headed white men in hotel rooms. So, bubblegum, why don't you come up and explain yourself after Jay's done having a conversation with this person? Well, go ahead, JP.
Well, here's the thing I don't understand. And let me just say this. How the fuck do some of you people know all this stuff? I don't look into any of you people. I take you for what you say on the stage. Everyone's having the stage. It's just bizarre to me. But YB, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm going down because it's right now. It's a topic, big tough gun and racist individuals. Yeah, you know what, JB? It's so wild because one person, I think earlier, his name was Rob Gillette, Chevy. I think was it Chevy name?
Robbie Gillette.
Oh, Gillette. Oh, I thought it was Gillette. Like, okay.
No, that's the Walmart version of that, bro.
Oh, it is? No. Yeah, see, I'm with that. 16 years. They got women with like 46 years and blondettes and shit, so I can't go there, it's not safe. Yeah, JB, it's so crazy to me. It's like, when you say something that people don't like, or you don't agree with them, they like to use that word racist like so loosely. And I don't think you've ever used like anything that was like racist against people on these stages before, JB. So it's crazy how people just like they have this thing in their hands, they want to call people out on it's false.
Well, thank you, YB. Let me just say
It's really hilarious. Like JB, you might say something to where they get offended because